is my first question to you. So how can technology help students use English outside the classroom?
Well, it can provide a forum for them, especially if they're in a country like Japan, which is homogenous, and they have very few opportunities to speak English. Most of the people in their family won't be speaking English, and they don't know many English speakers, so they can use various tools online. They can get they can use things online to listen, to get practice listening and speaking and reading and writing, and they could use English every day if they want to.
So the teachers say that yes, technology can help, but we see that students are trying to avoid using the technology for English practice. Why is it so, and what can be done?
Two of my colleagues have done a study, I think I mentioned briefly in my presentation, and one of the things that they're finding is that the students associate things like Facebook, Twitter, and other SNS and their mobile phones and whatever as their free time things.
Yep.
And English is a study thing, it's a school thing. So for them, asking them to use these things interferes with their free time. So that could be one reason. And you know, just the old cliche, you can bring a horse to water, but you can't get them to drink.
Exactly.
Right, so, but having said that, and as perhaps as negative as I might have sounded during the presentation, if we hadn't used ICT, then there would have been, you saw at the beginning with the survey, how often do you use English outside the classroom? It was almost never. Well, it went from almost never to sometimes.
Okay, right.
So that was a positive thing.
Still a step forward, right?
Sure.
Okay. And my question is, how has technology helped you as a teacher?
Well, incredibly. I have made so many new connections to people and been able to participate in projects with people and get fantastic ideas. I mean, nothing that I spoke of today was my original idea. Someone shared it with me and I took it and started using it. And that happened when I started to meet people through EFL Classroom 2.0, which was is a name that I joined, and that might be where I made the connection with Larry Ferlazzo in America, and then from there, Twitter. That's where I met a lot of the people who were at this conference and who organized this conference.
Right.
And Facebook is, I think, how I met you.
Yep, exactly.
Right, and all that is how ITVI. Started growing outside of Japan, and I know all the people in ITVI too, through the Japan Association for Language Teaching. We know each other, but then, well, I'll give you an example that way. We had our annual conference in a part of Japan that had a very large Brazilian community, so we wanted to have some of our promotional materials in Portuguese. So I sent out a message on Facebook, and 4 people volunteered to translate the flyer within about 7 seconds. So it was very, very good.
So what is technology for learners and teachers and for the, maybe in the world in general? So is it a kind of a pivot in human communication?
Well, it's a tool. It's a tool to facilitate greater ease and efficiency in communicating and working with people, essentially. Paper and pencil was high-tech at one time, right?
Right.
Ages ago, it was a feather that was a pen.
Yeah.
And then a stick or your finger. All these things are improvements that make things easier for us to communicate with each other.
What would you say to the teachers who are still, a little bit frightened or skeptical about the technology and its usefulness in terms of teaching English? How would you encourage them?
That's a tough question to answer because you know, again, it's with the teachers are the same as the students. If they don't want to do it, they're not going to do it. But I mean, I tell them, you know, if I can do it, I'm entirely inept with any kind of technology. So if I can do it, then they can do it. So they can't use the excuse that it's too difficult, right? If someone as thick as me can do it, they can certainly do it.
Thank you for your presentation, because it was full of statistics, which can make people think and can make teachers do make their own conclusions. Right? So thank you very much for your hard work and for your enthusiasm.
Okay.
So we are waiting for the further results of your research. So hopefully you will come up with them soon. So thank you very much.
And by the way, I should mention that I'm indebted to the senior member of our research team, Buddy Yamuchi, for all her hard work and guidance in this project.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.